A7V is the most underwhelming camera that released or will be released this 2025, and let's talk about it. So as I woke up, I saw this poster about A7V. People are actually sharing it, making this probably the final specs of the camera. And as you can see, there is one thing that is really underwhelming with this is that it still offers 4K but uncropped. Probably there will be a 5K higher resolution. This is probably just a highlight, but still no open gate based on this poster. And if you're really gonna look closely, you can tell that this is just an A7 IV refresh with all of the same specs and even the sensor, but this time it is stacked. But then again, just new body, new LCD tilting screen scheme, improved EVF, but the rest is just shouting A7 IV. So if you have an A7S III, A7 IV, FX3, you don't need to get this, considering that the specs is still underwhelming compared to its competitor. But at this point, probably Sony is just competing with themselves. But considering the cameras that is widely available for the consumer to get with more specs and features and less price is just outside Sony ecosystem, it's probably a good chance to actually take a look at this and just not fixate on Sony, even though you have most of your lenses within Sony. Yeah, I'm actually waiting for this camera to arrive, but to my surprise, it is really underwhelming. But this is still somewhat a speculation, but considering Sony, most of the rumored are still ending true at some point. So yeah, I mean, Canon was able to do good, Nikon was able to do good, Lumix was able to do good with their offerings, but Sony, I'm very sorry, but A7V would probably not for me. But if this rumor poster ended up not being true and they have open gate, they have 5K at least for 30 frames per second and 24, 4K 60 no crop, 4K 120, 10% crop, I might consider this. But open gate is actually one of the most selling point feature for me. It's a deal breaker not getting an open gate with this camera, especially if it's going to be priced at around 3,000 euros or 3,000 USD, give or take. Yeah, sadly, A7V would be an underwhelming camera in the release, considering A7 IV is one of their most sold camera from the day it was released until such time today. There's that.